Hello guys, and welcome. I'm Draculaura, and this is Amaya, and today we are doing a Monster High deep dive. We'll be going into everything from G1 to G3, so yeah. Anyway guys, I'm so sorry that the screen is so small, but I made this presentation, so this is my Monster High deep dive. It goes over all the generations, so G1, G2, and G3, and then I kind of tried to talk about a lot of different stuff, but yeah. Monster High was created in 2010 by toy designer Garrett Sander and launched by Mattel. The franchise includes characters from monster movies, along with other mythical creatures. The inspiration for Monster High came from science fiction movies, popular culture, monster movies, and folklore. The brand was inspired by young girls' interest in goth fashion and aimed to appeal to a new demographic of tween girls, filling the gap between Barbie and other traditional fashion dolls. The influence. Monster High, being the hit sensation that it was, of course invited some new competition to the doll aisle, which led to the creation of Bratzillas, also known as House of Witches, a sub-brand of Bratz created by MGA Entertainment. It debuted in 2012 with the first edition in the Bratzillas line and concluded with the Witchy Princess line in 2013. Monster High sparked controversy due to its dolls with exaggerated body features and bold fashions, which many believe promoted unrealistic beauty standards and mature themes for kids. Along with that, it also challenged traditional gender roles, raising eyebrows about children's understanding of gender identity. Furthermore, some cultural representations were critiqued for perpetuating stereotypes. Despite all this, the series also earned praise for promoting self-acceptance and diversity. The downfall. The downfall of Monster High was attributed to sales decline. The franchise experienced a steady decline in sales, particularly after its peak in 2012. Target audience shift. The brand aimed to attract a younger demographic, and this shift led to lower sales from long-term fans. Design and quality issues. The quality and designs of G2 were criticized, leading to a loss of fan support. Creative differences. Creative differences within the company led to changes in product, resulting in a different experience for fans. Market competition, Yeah. Anyway, now we're going to talk about the movies, because movies are really important. I don't think anyone actually, deep dived all the movies and talked about the themes in them yet. At least I don't think they have, but I don't know why I made this portion so long, because it's literally just the list of the movies. Okay, here we go. Anyway. New Ghoul at School. The message portrayed in Monster High New Ghoul at School is centered around the theme of being yourself. This central message is a key component of the brand's identity, and it is reflected in character development along with storylines in the Monster High series. The special introduces and sets the stage for the adventures that await them at Monster High. It was released October 31st in 2010. We're still on this one for some reason. I don't know why. This is taking a really long time, bro. It's crazy. Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love conveys the message of the complexities of romantic relationships. It explores themes such as the power of choice. It challenges maintaining a sense of identity in the supernatural world, and the importance of friendship. This special serves as a reminder that even in the monster world, love can be both enchanting and complicated. It also highlights unique pairings of characters, showcasing that love knows no boundaries and can exist between characters of different species and backgrounds. It was released February 12th, 2012. Also, I didn't know if you guys knew this, but Draculaura's birthday is actually on Valentine's Day. And in this movie, it kind of talks about how Valentine's Day was, like, created for her, you know. But it also wasn't, because her ex-boyfriend's name is Valentine, but... Unity and acceptance between different groups. The movie Monster High Fright On conveys a message about the importance of unity and acceptance among different groups. It highlights the different problems and differences that can arise with the existence of different groups, especially when they have differing values and beliefs. The film encourages viewers to appreciate diversity and work together to overcome obstacles, to promote harmony. It also serves as a reminder that despite differences, there are common goals that can unite people and monsters alike. It was released October 31st, 2011, so Halloween, which is pretty cool. I wish we still got animated Monster High movies in G3. Not gonna give too many spoilers, but yeah, you know. This one is also really long for some reason. I'm not sure why. Okay. Escape from Skull Shores, Themes and Messaging. The movie Monster High Escape from Skull Shores promotes the message of not judging people by their looks. The story revolves around the character's journey from fear to acceptance, particularly through Gil's transformation. The film also encapsulates the importance of courage and teamwork as the characters navigate the challenges of Skull Shores. The movie encourages viewers to appreciate the diversity of the different characters which contribute to the group's success. It was released April 13th, 2012. Ghouls Rule. Ghouls Rule Messaging. In the Ghouls Rule movies, the students of Monster High are warned about the dangers of Halloween. However, that didn't stop Frankie Stein from being excited about her first Halloween. This movie explores themes of racism and compassion as the characters face challenges and learn to support each other despite their differences. The storyline includes a confrontation with humans who threaten monsters, highlighting ongoing issues of bigotry and the importance of understanding and caring for one another. This movie was released October 9th, 2012. This movie's one of my favorites. I think it used to be on YouTube for a while, like the full movie. I think it got taken down for copyright issues though, so I don't know if it's still up. Anyways, I'm just gonna yap about some Monster High fun facts, like, oh yeah, Spectra Vulturgeist. I don't exactly know how she died, but I know it was in, like, a pretty horrific way, and that's how she became a ghost. And then, yeah, Cleo Denial is scared of the dark. Friday Night Frights. Fun fact, my cousin actually was on the animating team for this movie, so that's really cool. But yeah, she's really cool. Anyway, the message for this movie is self-belief and perseverance. The movie Monster High Friday Night Frights conveys a powerful message about self-belief and perseverance. It challenges societal norms and traditional gender roles, encouraging girls to participate in sports and activities that are traditionally associated with boys. The film's plot revolves around the ghouls' determination to reclaim the school's crest and revitalize school spirit despite facing opposition and skepticism from the boys. The film ultimately emphasizes that winning is not just about the rules, but also believing in oneself with the power of teamwork. It was released July 13th, 2012. This one I probably also gave too much time to yap about, but this is my first time doing one of these videos, and I wanted to give myself plenty of time to talk, but yeah. Anyway, fun fact about these. The dolls that came out for this movie, they didn't actually include Draculaura, which is crazy. Scariest City of Frights movie themes. Fashion and style, friendship and support, self-discovery and growth, truth and honesty, emotional resilience. It was released, oh my gosh, March 3rd, 2013. This movie is pretty good. I used to have the Rochelle doll. Yeah. 13 Wishes. This was my childhood favorite movie, but 13 Wishes themes, insecurity and self-perception. Helene's desire for popularity led her to making the wishes, which later caused chaos. Friendship and unity. The ghoul's determination to save Claudine and their friendship is the central point of the movie's plot. Power and control. Gigi's sister Wisp represents the darker side of power and control. Transformation and rebirth. The story of Gigi and Wisp's relationship and the transformation of Claudine are the significant themes in this movie. Hope and redemption. Despite the chaos that is unleashed by Helene's wishes, the ghoul's determination for redemption and a better future are central to the film's message. It was released October 8th, 2013. I used to have a 13 Wishes Frankie doll, and then my cousin had the Draculaura. I low-key wish I would have asked my mom for the Draculaura, but anyways, my brother absolutely butchered my 13 Wishes Frankie doll, but I still have some pieces of her outfit, but yeah. Frights, camera, action, movie themes. Friendship. The bond between Draculaura, Frankenstein, and Claudine Wolfe is strengthened by overcoming challenges and all the adventures they went on together. The movie highlights the importance of loyalty and support. Acceptance. The movie celebrates diversity and the acceptance of differences as the characters learn to embrace different backgrounds and identities. Self-discovery. Each character's journey to self-understanding is highlighted, Draculaura being a prime example, with her embracing her heritage. Teamwork. The film emphasizes the importance of teamwork as the ghouls look for clues and solve puzzles, proving that collaboration can lead to success. It was released February 27th, 2014. I used to have the Laguna doll. Freaky Fusion. Monster High Freaky Fusion revolves around what can happen with dangerous experimentation and the consequences that can arise when different elements are combined. The film emphasizes the importance of accepting others' differences, no matter how jarring or uncomfortable they can make us. It also highlights the importance of unity and teamwork, along with self-identity and self-acceptance. Release date October 6, 2014. The dolls for this, I think, are really cool. I'm not the biggest fan of Claudine's, but I think that's honestly just personal preference. And Laguna's too, honestly, but Serena Von Boo and Bonita Femur are definitely really cool. Those are ones I definitely really want to add to my collection, but yeah, you know I'm putting pictures of them now. Anyway, this is Serena Von Boo. She's super cute. And this is Bonita Femur. I love her wings. She is so cute. I'm sorry guys, I tried putting more pictures of the dolls in here, but it keeps recognizing them as duplicates and they're not the same picture, so that's kind of annoying. Haunted messaging. This Monster High movie revolves around overcoming one's fear and embracing whoever you are. The ghouls learn that being different is not a weakness but a strength that brings them together. It also touches on what can happen when you spread misinformation and gossip. It was released March 16th, 2015. But in the movie, Spectra starts a rumor that the werewolves have werefleas, and that wasn't good. Boo York, Boo York, possibly the best musical ever made. But anyway, the message that Monster High Boo York conveys is that with hard work, ambition, and perseverance, you can achieve your dreams. It's a place we all want to go, be the star of the show, our stories told in Boo York, Boo York. With the protagonist singing about her excitement to conquer the fictional city of Boo York, the movie represents the opportunity of success. Overall, Boo York is a celebration of dreams, determination, and the energy of the city symbolizes hope and opportunity. The songs encourage listeners to follow their dreams and work hard to achieve them, no matter what obstacles they face. It was released September 29th, 2015. I do already talk about one of the dolls from this movie, but yeah. Great Scarier Reef. The movie's message is Great Scarier Reef. The central theme is overcoming your fears. Laguna's transformation into a sea creature and her subsequent journey to confront her childhood fears and the Kraken are pivotal moments and that highlight embracing one's uniqueness and facing your fears. The movie also touches on self-acceptance as Laguna learns to overcome her stage fright. And also the importance of friendship, can't forget that. It's released February 12th, 2016. This movie is a little bit weird because it's just at the pinnacle of G2, Anyway, now we got drama and controversy. Does Monster High teach kindness? No. Don't claim to be promoting self-acceptance in teens while selling sexiness to 6-year-old girls, creepy hooker dolls, and, of course, promotes materialism. So these are some articles that I found that were pretty hardcore criticizing Monster High. So we're going to go over some of those, but I put some positive stuff at the end so we can finish off Monster High G1 on a high note. So yeah. Anyway, I found this on shapingyouth.org, but this article is called Mattel's Manipulative Marketing Machine. So yeah. Does Monster High teach kindness? No. So this is talking about a webisode. It's called The 9 Lives of Toralei. A school news report on a catty school bully, complete with racist undertones. Toralei ends up in the pound, where she meets other kiddies from the street. Toralei and her sis does, that's what it says in the episode, fight to control the prison by having a fight with the top dogs, before Toralei and others were whisked away to Monster High where the same rules apply. Apparently it's a jungle out there, and the only way to get to the top is to bully, fight, and intimidate your way there. Hardly the same message as Don't Be a Mean Ghoul. Unlife to Life features Cleo bullying her boyfriend into buying her smoothies because that's how ghouls get what they want. Cleo mocks Ghoulia, by coding bad messages with an outer layer of good PR and catchy slogans, the company makes it harder for kids and parents to reject the toy without looking like they support bullying. Don't claim to be promoting self-acceptance in teens while selling sexiness to young girls. This is absolutely wild, bro. Let me just say, I watched the compilation of webisodes where this one was in, and these are like 2-minute shorts, mind you. Like, I honestly don't think you're supposed to be getting too much out of these 2-minute episodes, but anyway, out of like all of them, like most of them are pretty good and do teach kindness. If you thought Barbie with her disproportionate big breasts and tiny waist sent a bad message to young girls, wait till you meet Mattel's new Monster High doll. Claudine Wolf comes complete with a waist, I think it's supposed to say a thigh skimming skirt, but sorry guys, sky-high boots and heavy makeup. She spends her days waxing, plucking, and shaving, according to the booklet she comes with. My hair is worthy of a shampoo commercial, and that's just what grows on my legs. Plucking and shaving is definitely a full-time job, but that's a small price to pay for being scarily fabulous. It also says in her character description that her favorite hobby is flirting with boys. These dolls are training girls to feel ashamed of their bodies, to focus on being sexually appealing and attractive from a prepubescent age. Actual Diary has nothing about plucking and waxing, but does talk about hair removal cream, shaving, and flirting with boys. So, like, not much better, essentially. Patrick Waynes, PhD, by sexualizing these young girls, corporations also create another avenue to market and sell more products to a younger demographic, encourages girls to dress like strippers. That was on Fox News. 6 reasons I hate Monster High. They look like something Charlie Sheen would need to make disappear out of his trunk after a coke binge. You gotta admit there's something dead hookerish about these dolls, especially the one pictured. They cater to the lowest denominator. There's been movie and TV show product tie-ins for decades now, but never in history has it ever been so blatant. Used to be that a movie would lead to a television show, then a product. Now they build shows and movies around these products, so the goal being maximum profit. They are hypersexualized. I know this horse has already been beaten to death and is totally dead, just like these dolls. These dolls are just very sexual. The particular brand of sex that Monster High sells is troubling. It's darker and more direct. Where Barbie just hints at being sexy, Monster High comes right out and says it. They aren't just disproportionate, they look dangerously skinny. Barbie has an impossible body shape, Talks about how she has an impossible body shape, but at least she has breast and hips. Even the old school Skipper dolls are more curvy. Monster High dolls don't even look prepubescent, they look downright skeletal. They celebrate differences only as long as you're conventionally attractive. For a brand that claims to celebrate diversity, this doll line certainly lacks in that department. They have superficially strange flaws, but are all conventionally attractive. All of them, with the exception of one male doll, are feminine, skinny, cisgendered, and either white or have Caucasian features. They reinforce stereotypes. Mean Girl-esque Cleo Denial and Dorky Gulia are annoying enough, but the show has episodes where girls gossip, backstab, and try to change themselves so their always male crush will like them more. Okay. First of all, there's more than one male doll. At first glance, Monster High is just another trendy, fashionable doll line. However, looking at Monster High's symbolism and the videos relating to it, we see that it is communicating specific messages to young children, especially girls. In this article, we'll see how this toy line is introducing children to aspects of the Illuminati agenda. The Monster High universe. The characters in Monster High are dressed in outfits that are rather inappropriate for high school. Also, their lockers are shaped like coffins with skull heads for locks. In short, it's about pushing a culture of sex and death upon young, impressionable children. Frankie Stein is the daughter of Frankenstein. Her entire body is stitched up together, and sometimes she loses some parts of her body. In MK symbolism, This represents the powerlessness of slaves and their fragmented nature. Also, her logo has fractured and stitched up skull, representing a fragmented mind. Operetta. Operetta is the daughter of Phantom of the Opera. She excels in the performing arts, such as singing and dancing. She is sometimes the star entertainer of the group. The symbolism associates her with fits right in with today's pop stars, i.e. the inevitable one-eye sign. As if to highlight her connection to the Illuminati music industry, all of the symbolism relating to operetta revolves around the one-eye sign. Like the Lady Gagas and Rihannas of this world, she is almost always emphasizing one eye. Operetta's stage is overseen by a prominent all-seeing eye. The Werecat sisters' symbolism is all about kitten programming. The twins truly do not have a mind of their own, behind bars or re-educated by the system. Dueling personality. Holt Jackson's cool alter persona has a tattoo around his eye, as if to emphasize the Illuminati mind control stuff underlying the story. In the episode I Know What You Did Last Friday, Headmistress triggers Jackson's alter persona by using music, an actual MK technique, because she needs creative Holt to paint a mural. Anyway, this is just ridiculous. Monster High is not trying to introduce children to the Illuminati agenda. That's crazy. I think some people honestly have way too much time on their hands, but that's just my opinion, you know? I was talking to my sister about it, and she said that they're just jealous that they didn't come up with Monster High. Hoodoo is yet another character that was artificially created and doesn't really have a mind of his own. Also, he has that one eye thing, you know. Scara reads Hoodoo's mind. She's in some kind of mind control lab to enter his mind. Scara reconnects two loose wires inside his brain so that he loves himself again. Hoodoo can now look at himself in the mirror and love himself again. I mean, honestly, whatever we need to do for Hoodoo to be happy, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Like, do we want Hoodoo to just be depressed and hate himself? Like, that's kind of sad. I don't know why we're preying on Hoodoo's downfall. That's really sad. Anyway, I thought I put the source for this one on here, but I didn't, so I'll link it in the description. We are monsters, we are proud. How Monster High fostered the new generation of alternative dressers. What Monster High did differently from other doll lines like Bratz or Barbie was that they presented dolls with a twist, the offspring of legendary monsters from literature, film, folklore, and mythology. Although the dolls were diverse, they were released in 2010 during the 2000 skinny craze, so despite the dolls being diverse in terms of origin stories, cultural backgrounds, style, and aesthetics, their hyper-skinny, model-esque hourglass figures left much to be desired for G1 and G2. Loving yourself, your quirks, and uniqueness is the heart of Monster High's brand identity. Monster High was for many young people, such as myself, almost a gateway drug into the alternative fashion scene. The brand's influence on fashion and style transcended the plastic confining of its dolls. The characters' distinctive styles, characterized by a fusion of gothic, punk, and eccentric elements, became a trend-setting force. The dolls challenged traditional notions of femininity by embracing edgier aesthetics, introducing a new cool way to dress for young people. As a result, Monster High became a catalyst for a more diverse and inclusive fashion landscape. Monster High's willingness to engage in conversations about representation, identity, and self-image became a part of its cultural commentary. Anyway, these are my favorite releases of G1. So we have the 13 Wishes line released in 2010, and then we also have the Picture Day dolls. I had pictured a Draculaura. She no longer has her outfit though, but I think all of them are really cute, and I had the 13 Wishes Frankie. Caddy Noir is one of the ones I'm wanting to get. Oh yeah, here's some more favorites. So we have the Sweet 1600, and then Ghouls Rule Dolls, and of course Signatures. Freak Do Chic. Pretty cool dolls. I especially like the taller one. I can't remember what her name is, but she's really cool. And then these are the haunted dolls. So we have Vandella Doubloons, River Styx, and Kayomi Hunterlay. Honestly, all of the haunted dolls are pretty good. They do go for quite a bit, though, if you're trying to buy them secondhand. So just be careful with that. These are some honorable mentions. So we have the Create a Monster. Create a Monster were like little packs of like doll parts, and you could just like customize and make your own doll. You could like stamp on like the faces and stuff. It was really cool. And then there was the black and white Frankie doll. She was sold at Justice for only $25. Are the G1.5. It was a transitional phase between Monster High G1 and G2. As you can see on the left, these are the... I can't remember what they're called actually, but they're really cool. They're fully articulate and they're actually pretty good outfits. So, the movies. Welcome to Monster High, and then we have Electrified. Welcome to Monster High. Themes are acceptance, diversity, and the importance of friendship. It emphasizes that monsters, despite their differences, can coexist peacefully with humans if they are accepted for who they are. The film also highlights the obstacles you have to overcome to create a school for monsters and the importance of leadership. I couldn't find the exact release date, but it was released in 2016. Electrified themes. Electric fashion. The theme for Electrified is emphasized by a song from the movie soundtrack called Electric Fashion. The song's lyrics and melody are designed to evoke a sense of excitement, fun, reflecting the high-energy atmosphere of Monster High. It is a perfect addition to the specials theme, showcasing the creativity and fun that Monster High is known for. It was released March 14th, 2017. The doll drought. Major shift in the doll market to cater to kids' changing play patterns. Kids like playing with devices more than toys, so many dolls in this era had app connections. Bratz also had a relaunch in 2016. They got softer makeup and less edgy outfits. Had a lot of stuff involving social media with the dolls. Came with phones, and the webisodes had a lot of emojis, along with the outfits sometimes. Barbie had the biggest sales slump in years, which made Mattel's reboot for her. This meant Barbie had more body types, she was more inclusive. However, she also lost her glamour and pink color scheme. She has flat feet and is relatable now. During this time, Mattel also lost their Disney license, which caused them to have competition with Frozen dolls. Parents complained that Monster High was too scary for younger kids. Older Monster High fans were not happy with this decision because it completely contradicted the brand's messaging about being unique, as they were just doing whatever every other doll line was doing at the time. Due to lack of sales, Monster High was discontinued in 2018. Monster High Zombie Gaga was a collaboration with pop star sensation Lady Gaga. This doll was released March 2016. She's also a collaboration with Born This Way, so she promotes kindness and acceptance. Madison Fear is a siren character from Monster High, introduced in 2013, released in 2014. There was only one of these dolls made, and she was given to Madison Beer as a gift from Mattel, as she sings the Monster High Fright song. Madison, not being a big fan of Monster High, gave this doll to one of her fans, and now nobody really knows who has her now, making her the rarest Monster High doll. When I was doing research for this, I low-key might have saw a YouTube video where someone customized her. I hope that's not what happened, because that would be really sad, but also it would be kind of funny, because that means that no one truly has this doll. The Skeletor line came out in 2020 and introduced reimagined horror movie characters in Monster High dolls. This line was made for adult collectors. The first release was Pennywise. She was available to purchase through Mattel Creations on October 25th, 2020. And the second release was the Grady Twins. As of November 12th, 2025, you could purchase these reproductions of the Grady Twins on Mattel Creations. Pennywise is still very sought after and expensive. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the design for the Grady Twins. It's a little bit simple, but I mean, if you want them, you can get them for cheaper now. The Monster High Greta Gremlin doll was released October 29th, 2021. This character is based on the Love Struck character from the 1990s Gremlins 2 film. I think she looks really cute. I really want this doll. Obviously, she is way too expensive, though, so honestly, if they're going to do any reproductions of the Skeletors, this one would be the one. Monster High G3. The Monster High Generation 3 dolls were announced October 1st, 2022. This marked the beginning of the new line of dolls, which includes various signature characters and updates to original designs. The Monster High live-action movie was announced February 23, 2021. This announcement was a part of a broader relaunch of the Monster High brand, which included an animated series as well. Anyway, the picture in this is actually my Monster High setup. I think I found different pictures on the internet for this, but I couldn't find which ones I wanted to put, so I put that picture. It's I have a mix of G1 and G3 dolls. I don't have any G2. Mostly because I'm just not that big of a fan of G2. Some of them are cute though. I think the pirate themed dolls would be kind of cool. Monster High live action and why it matters. The live-action Monster High movie explores themes of self-identity, acceptance, and the beauty of being true to oneself. The film introduces Claudine Wolfe, a character who is half human, half werewolf, and her journey to embrace her true self and fit in at Monster High. The movie also addresses the challenges of being a hybrid and the importance of keeping one's identity a secret. I watched this. No, it was the second Monster High live action movie, but I watched it with my niece, and she was in her Jolly Jumper, and she was absolutely loving that movie. She was so wild, but yeah, my niece really likes Monster High. I also don't know why this slide is so long. I need to get better at I tried with the ones that had a lot of words to make them longer, but yeah, I still ended up kind of having to talk really fast, but this is my first deep dive video, and it took me a while. These are the dolls themselves. The picture I put for the body types, there's actually way more body types than that. Venus is pretty tall, but those are some of the different body types they have. The dolls themselves cater to a younger audience than the OG girlies. This could be because of the shifting toy market as children lose interest in toys in exchange for devices. Although G3 has diversity in terms of body types, cultural background, sexuality, and identity, you can't please everyone. The Monster High fandom is now split between the OG fans of G1 and new fans of G3, as they have differing opinions on the new dolls and animated series. I myself used to be a G3 hater. However, since then I've fallen in love with the character designs and how cute the show is. I hope G3 continues to grow and flourish, as I would love to see what else they can do once they reach their full potential. Yeah, when G3 first Monster High had two themes: self-acceptance, diversity, and identity. The film portrays Claudine Wolfe, a character who is both half human and half werewolf, as she navigates her dual nature in the Monster High universe. The movie also highlights challenges to allies stripe faces, while having purist views, and seeks to exclude half monsters and witches. The film emphasizes the importance of self-acceptance, the value of diversity, showcasing how characters with hybrid heritages and unconventional traits can find belonging within a segregated monster society. Monster High 2 serves as a reminder that true monster heart defines belongings based on inner character, rather than outward conformity. The film's message resonates with the audiences, offering a platform to discuss real-life issues, like understanding the difference between reality and fantasy. Monster High G3 favorites. So we have the signatures, the core refresh, especially Cleo. I think she's really cute. She's really pretty. I really want that doll, but anyway. And then we have Fearbook, Venus McFlytrap. She's really cute. I love her hair. Same with Fearbook Twyla. She's really cute. Skeleta is a really strong one. The Monster Ball dolls. I like Claudine's suit. And then Monster Fest Laguna is really cute. Monster High Cat's Eye collab. The worlds of K-pop, glamour, and the halls of Monster High have collided in a spectacular fashion with an announcement of a collaboration between global girl group Cat's Eye and the iconic Monster High brand. The Monster High and Cat's Eye collaboration Fright song was released July 17, 2025. Moonspell Magic by Monster High. The Monster High Moonspell Magic line was officially set to release July 2026. It debuted at New York Toy Fair on February 14th to 17th, 2026. Moonspell Magic is a deluxe line of Monster High Playline dolls, serving as a potential spin-off of students who attend Moonspell High, a school that teaches witchcraft. So, I think this is pretty cool, and it could actually have an educational aspect because there's a lot of different cultures that use witchcraft. But as of how it is right now, I don't think it's going to be flying off of the shelves, but I'll definitely be getting a couple of them because I think they're really cute. Yeah. Anyways, guys, now it's your turn. Let me know if I missed anything about Monster High, and maybe if you had any favorite childhood Monster High dolls as a kid or whatever. Do you like G3 or are you a G1 stan, just let me know in the comments because I'm trying to get more engagement. And also let me know if you would like any more deep dive videos. Bye-bye for now.